Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your July reading. Let's go ahead and get started here with an oracle card. So what is it that Pisces needs to know for July? Believe and succeed. Okay, I really like the fact that the word believe is in here because your motto, Pisces, is I believe. So this is you, like really just doing what you do naturally. And we know that belief can play a really big part in manifestation and actualization. And so as long as that belief is carried or followed by certain actions and alignments, you can really go far. And I am seeing victory. I am seeing success. Well, obviously the word succeed is in the cards. So clearly there's success involved. So I wouldn't, I don't know that I would really hold back. I think this is a good month for you to go kind of big. Cancer season, the sun in Cancer is fifth house activation for you. We do want to see you expressing yourself. We want to see you putting yourself out there, trying new things, experimenting, getting very playful and enjoying the pleasantries of life. And also really, enjoying the relationships that you have in your life as well, of all kinds. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the moon card says. What is it that Pisces needs to know for July? The answers you need are coming. When this card comes out, it usually indicates that, there are answers, there are questions that you have that you're like, well, how do I do this? How do I make this happen? How am I going to get the money? Who's going to help me, right? All these kinds of things. And you may have absolutely no idea. And that's where the belief really comes in, like believing that the resources will come in, that the right people will show up, believing that you will have everything you need in order to get yourself to where you want to be. But I do think perseverance is really important right now, especially with Cancer season. Generally speaking, the archetype of Cancer really is about establishing roots, and there's deep commitments that go on here. There's a lot of healing that happens here as well. So we don't want to sit around and do nothing while we wait for the answers to come. We want to continue to be active, to be proactive especially. We want to continue to show up every day as much as we can and to persevere, even though maybe we don't have everything we need. The more we push, the more we embody, the more we show up. And I don't mean to do it inauthentically or to the point where you drain yourself. Obviously, you want to show up aligned and everything. But the more and more you do that, the more and more likely every piece of the puzzle will just sort of fall into place. Okay, I don't think you have to really work that hard. If you're out there searching for answers, searching for the resources, searching for all these things that you think you need in order to do something, you're going to exhaust yourself, okay? You don't need to exhaust yourself. You don't need to drain. See that Eight of Coins, there's definitely an element of work involved here. Now, we know that Pisces can work very hard, right? You've got that Virgo opposite of you. You can really hunker down and really plow through some of those tasks really easily, even if they are challenging ones. But I look at this Eight of Coins and I really do see your determination. Like, I don't think with this Believe and Succeed card, it is not passive. Okay, this is not a time to just sit back and hope, okay, and just believe. I think in a way this Eight of Coins is like proving to yourself just how much you believe. Okay, this is you waking up every day, doing the things that are required of you and beyond. What's required of you and beyond. I think there's kind of an over-delivering aspect to this Eight of Coins. It's kind of workhorse energy. Okay, it's the workhorse of the tarot. And it's kind of like pumping things out like on a conveyor belt, just one after the next, after the next, after the next, after the next, like a machine. Like Pisces, you may be operating in a very machine-like type of way throughout the course of July. Even with the Knight of Coins, there really is that attention to detail, the attention to quality as well, right? Because it's not that you just want to pump out a bunch of crap, right? You don't want to just do a bunch of nonsense, right? You want things that are going to represent you very well. So whether that's in your job, whether that's with the people that you associate, whether it's with your hobbies, your personal projects, whether you're taking care of your money, like I don't know what your area of focus is specifically, but whatever area of focus it is, it's about quality and quantity to a degree, meaning getting as much done as you can. There does seem to be a dream behind all of this. Okay, it's not just work for the sake of work. It's not just hard labor and that's it. It's the labor that is involved in order for the dream to be actualized. And this is like the scales of justice, right? We understand that there is an equilibrium that's needing to be reached here. We understand that the pendulum is swinging in the new direction. And sometimes when we feel that kind of new endeavor or that new chapter opening up, it's a cardinal season. Okay, Cancer is cardinal. So we do have to kind of push a little bit more. When we hit the mutable seasons, Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, Gemini, these are the seasons that we can kind of pull back a little bit sometimes. But in cardinals, we really want to push down on that gas pedal. We want to leverage the fact that we're in a cardinal time, right? We want to leverage this. So push down on that gas pedal. Don't be afraid to do that, because that is what is going to even the score. Especially if this could be compensation for something like maybe you're out there looking for a new job because you really don't like your current job. Maybe you're out there building a business because you don't like working for someone else, right? Maybe you're out there looking for a relationship because you're not really happy being on your own, or whatever the case may be, right? So it's going to require that get up off the couch, get up and go type of thing. And maybe there was a phase in your life that got a little too comfortable, or it stayed around or stuck around a little too long. And so now this is trying to rectify that. All right. So you do have to kind of go a little bit more than you maybe have been, or a little bit more intelligently. Maybe the strategy needs to change. Okay. All right, I'm seeing you being really picky. I'm really loving all the coin energy. Okay, the reason why I love it is because it's earthy, all right, and it's practical. It's weird. We're in Cancer season, which I was expecting a lot more emotion coming through. I'm not really seeing a lot of that. I mean, I'm not saying you're not feeling emotion, and definitely Cancer season can bring stuff up. But with the Knight of Coins, the Queen of Coins, I think you're just too focused. Honestly, I just don't know that you have the time to be all in your feelings and that's it. Like, you can feel the feelings, but Pisces is going to do something with it. Like, you're going to channel it in some way. You're probably going to channel it into your Eight of Coins. Like, oh, I don't like this feeling. Oh, I'm feeling frustrated today. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit fearful. I'm feeling a little bit of the imposter syndrome, right? Like, I'm feeling that stuff coming up. Well, recognizing it's just like, it's a feeling, yes, but it's also maybe just an energy that can be put into something. The thing I like about the Eight of Coins so much is it kind of empties our head. Like, when our hands are busy and we're doing things that requires engagement, like, there's not a lot of room for like daydreaming with the Eight of Coins and even the Knight of Coins. I don't see a lot of daydreams. Okay. Now, I know I'm talking to Pisces, okay? I'm not saying you won't have that going on, but it's like the engagement is just so strong. The presence is so strong. Like, you're not all up in the clouds. It's going to be hard for you to do that, I think. I think this energy is so grounded. And with the Queen of Coins too, it's just, there's no worry. There's no anxiety. And I think the fact, this card can be really about discernment a lot of times. You'll probably have opportunities. You'll have people show up. You'll have people wanting to hang out, people wanting to do this, and this. And here's the Four of Cups just kind of sitting back and really not engaging a lot, not saying Maybe you're not saying no, but you're also definitely not saying yes. I'm not seeing full rejection of things, but I'm also not seeing full acceptance. I think you're keeping things very neutral right now and kind of keeping yourself very free, keeping yourself freed up, because most of the energy is going into the Eight of Coins. Most of your life force is going into your Eight of Coins. I feel like this is something very specific. It's like something going on at work, some kind of household project that you have going on, or something with your business, or, there's some kind of like thing that really, really has your attention. And anything that falls outside of that purview, it's just not very interesting to Pisces right now. It's just not. I don't think you really want to engage. You don't want to give people, like, you don't want to give people half of you because, or 10% of you, because that's all that you could maybe really give with the Four of Cups. Like if someone was offering you something, hey, let's go out. Hey, maybe they want to hire you for something and it's like not quite in alignment with what you have in mind. Like you could say yes, you could accept it, but there's that part of you that's like, it's not aligned. It doesn't fit. It doesn't match what you're trying to do. It's not really exactly what you want. So you're going to have to be able to turn things away. Okay. Now I do really like the Three of Cups. It feels celebratory. It feels festive. This is probably the fun part of you. Okay, the fun part of the month, of the sun in the fifth house part. I do still want you to, of course, live your life and have a good time. It's not all blood, sweat, and tears all day, every day. And I even kind of think this Three of Cups is about celebrating the small things, because these feel like individual tasks feel like really small things. They feel like if you were to tell someone about them, they'd be like, oh, okay, is that it? Like they wouldn't really be all that impressed. It's like if you were to walk up to someone today and be like, guess what? I sent out those 5 emails today. And they'll be like, okay, like, who cares? But for you and for what you're trying to do, maybe those 5 emails were a really big deal, So I want you to celebrate those types of little things that maybe other people don't necessarily understand, and celebrate those with people who support you, who understand your dream, who are just kind of, they just love you for you, and whether you succeed or fail, it doesn't matter, because it's you, and you'll always be in their life, and that type of thing. And being around real friends, real colleagues, real people who are also real and who have their own lives going on, and, getting together and celebrating just life in general. That feels like a really, really good investment as well. Okay. Because that kind of lifts your spirits. We know that being you, Pisces, Jupiter ruled traditionally, we do like these kind of hype moments. We like these big moments. We like these connections. We like to feel connected and like we're a part of something bigger than us. And being around your friends and your social group can really help feed that in a positive way. So we look at the Magician. Okay. I am loving the Five of Wands this month. And I know that sounds weird, because normally that Five of Wands can represent strife or conflict or something like that. But I don't see that necessarily this month. Okay. What I see with the Five of Wands, now keep in mind that by the end of the month, we do have a Chiron retrograde. Okay. So a lot of things are going to surface for a lot of people. And some people are going to get very uncomfortable, and there's probably going to be some projection going on. However, I don't mind that little conflict or disagreement, or I don't mind the combativeness or the devil's advocate in any way, because it is going to force you to recommit and reinforce your passion for what you're doing here. Because when someone comes in with like an opinion or an idea that challenges you, you then are forced to defend. You then are forced to say, no, but this is why I'm doing it. This is what I believe in. This is what I know can happen, right? And it feels like a powerful declaration. It's an opportunity for a powerful declaration. Now, you could get in the mud with someone, sure, if you wanted to. You could definitely get in the ring and throw a couple punches and, play dirty if you want. But really, this is that opportunity for you to truly embody. And again, I think the word defend is really important. It's an opportunity for you to defend this magic, as we see here with the Magician card. And that's going to be something that I think it's going to kind of sink into your heart, and you're going to say, okay, I actually really do want this. I didn't maybe realize, like, I know you want it because you're working hard for it. But there's something about standing up in front of someone and like fighting for it, like really. And there's kind of like that little edge that says, well, I'm going to go prove it. I can do it and I'm going to prove it. And I think it's going to even make you get into this 8 of Coins even more as we move into Leo season, which of course is highly creative, 6th house energy for you. So Leo season, by the end of July, beginning of August, you're going to be even deeper into that 8 of Coins than you are through July. It's because this is going to be a turning point. Now, in the beginning of July, this is you just saying, okay, I believe, I have a dream, I have goals, I know what it's going to take, and I'm just doing it. And then boom, this like kind of lights you on fire. It's like when you like have a grill and you got that lighter fluid and then you throw the match on there and boom, it kind of goes up. That's kind of what the 5 of Wands feels like to me. So it's an opportunity. It might be kind of combative and it might be kind of hard, but it's going to change the course of things and it's going to get you even more deep into it. It's going to kind of ensure your perseverance and your consistency continues on beyond July. And I even like look at this Knight of Wands, like this is your fire right here. And I kind of like that all 3 of these cards are aligned, the court cards, because it's like these 3 aspects of your personality. We have the detail, quality-oriented person. We have version or aspect of you. We have the one that is really the aspect of you that's really driving everything to the finish line. There's also a lot of consideration for the environment, so ensuring that you are surrounding yourself with the right people, right? Listening to the right things, watching the right things, engaging with all the right stuff. And then we have this adventurous, open-minded belief, let's go for it. This is the Jupiter rulership aspect of you, I would say. I feel like this is kind of like a shadowy aspect of you that's coming out. This earth energy, again, Virgo being opposite of you, kind of has that shadowy effect. So it's kind of like this aspect that it's always there. It's always a baseline, but it doesn't always fully express. And I feel like right now it's fully expressing. Like it's not hidden right now. It's very obvious. And maybe if someone met you, they'd be like, wow, you seem very earthy. You've got an earth sign energy about you. You'd be tapping more into that earthy. But this is the Jupiterian possibility, belief, optimism, open-mindedness. Let's go for it. Adventure. Let's push, let's go beyond what we've ever done before. And he's jumping straight into the Magician energy down here. And I think this Magician is just firing off like one after the next. Like it's amazing what happens when you're in this 8 of Coins place, truly. This is such a magical place, and I think it's one of the most underrated cards in the entire tarot deck in terms of the important, like I feel like that card actually should have been a major arcana or something because it is that powerful, and I feel like it trumps a lot of the other cards. And when we're in that zone, when we're in that flow, and we're just like like I say, items off a conveyor belt, just one after the next, after the next, after the next. When we're in that mode and we're just doing, and we're so engaged, it's incredible what kind of ideas start popping off, because this is the perfect balance of the masculine and the feminine, right? The masculine is taking your hands and actually building stuff, actually completing the tasks, where the feminine is the kind of innate receptivity that happens when you are so fully engaged with something, right? This is the ultimate flow state. So you're producing, you're making things happen, and that magician is kind of firing off one after the next, after the next, after the next, because you've opened some kind of channel, like not even intentionally. And I don't think you've done it intentionally. It's just kind of what's happening. You're like in production mode right now. Okay, so there's really no reason. I think also, by the way, just FYI, this has a lot to do with Mars and Taurus, which I have not really mentioned at all as well. Mars and Taurus, Mars coming into this conjunction with Uranus too. So there's just a lot of energy. And because the third house is such an active house, I mean, this makes a lot of sense that you're just kind of in activity mode. Okay. Now, I'm not saying everything is easy. I want to be very clear about that. I'm not saying you won't have obstacles. I'm not saying there won't be challenges, because there will. Cancer season can be tough. You know, Cancer season is not one of the easy seasons by any stretch of the imagination. I think Cancer season has a density to it. When we hit Leo, I even think Leo as a fixed sign has a density to it as well. And there's a lot of responsibility that comes through with Leo. But there's still magic happening. Okay, so it won't be perfect. It won't be super easy, but it will have a flow to it, as long as you're engaged. Now, a lot of Pisces won't even do this. And then this whole story becomes completely irrelevant. You know, this is only going to be true for people who are here in the Eight of Coins. If you are withdrawing, or if you are retracting yourself, like you have a goal, great. But if you're not active toward it, I don't know that you'll really feel the magic, to be honest. I don't know that that will be the case. Okay. I think that Eight of Coins is definitely a choice. It requires conscious choices continuously over and over. And I mean, it really is a day-to-day type of deal. Okay. So we are going to start pulling out clarifier cards. So we're going to pull out a bunch more cards, talk for another 25 to 30 minutes. We're going to cover it in the comprehensive reading. I'm so sorry. My mind is going elsewhere. We're going to cover these cards in the comprehensive reading, and the link for that will be found in the description box and the pinned comment thread down below. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. All the information, you can check the info down below. So let's take a look here at the Eight of Coins. So what else does Pisces need to know about the Eight of Coins? Queen of Cups. I love that for Pisces. Two of Swords, choices. This is what I mean. And Six of Wands, 10 of Swords, High Priestess, Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. We love to see that. Eight of Swords. All these, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, really speak to this, like the answers you need are coming. It feels like you're kind of going forward a little bit blind. Like you don't really have the foresight that I think you wish you had. And you're probably not even intuitively feeling all that much either. You're just kind of operating in maybe even a blind faith, if I'm being honest with you. Believe, right? Belief, faith. There has to be belief and faith. Wow, 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords. I don't mind these kind of cards though. I really don't. The Empress, like they're not bothering me. They feel really empowering. Death card. 7 of Swords. Another 8 of Coins. King of Swords. Ace of Coins, Seven of Coins, the Five of Wands, Six of Cups, Three of Cups, and Judgment. Okay, so this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. Thank you all so much. I hope you have an amazing July, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.